Guardians of the Galaxy, 2014, a galactic adventure with heart, humor, and heroes. Introduction. Guardians of the Galaxy, directed by James Gunn, is the 10th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, and one of its boldest, most eccentric entries. Released in 2014, this film took audiences on a cosmic journey through the far reaches of space, introducing a group of unlikely heroes: Peter Quill, Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax the Destroyer, Rocket Raccoon, and Groot. Based on the Marvel Comics team of the same name, Guardians of the Galaxy was a risk for Marvel Studios, as it featured lesser-known characters and explored an entirely new corner of the MCU. However, the film's unique blend of humor, heart, and 1970s, 1980s pop culture references, coupled with James Gunn's offbeat directorial style, made it a runaway success. The movie not only brought new characters into the MCU but also played a crucial role in expanding the overarching narrative of the Infinity Stones, one of which plays a central role in the plot. With its colorful visuals, infectious soundtrack, and memorable characters, Guardians of the Galaxy has become a fan favorite and a critical and commercial hit, grossing over $773 million worldwide. Plot overview. The story begins in 1988 with a young Peter Quill witnessing his mother's death from cancer. Distraught, he runs outside the hospital and is suddenly abducted by a group of space pirates called the Ravagers, led by Yondu Udonta, Michael Rooker. Fast forward 26 years to 2014. Peter Quill, played by Chris Pratt, has grown up to become a roguish outlaw, calling himself Star-Lord, and is searching for a mysterious orb on the abandoned planet of Morag. Unbeknownst to him, the orb is a powerful artifact that contains one of the Infinity Stones, specifically the Power Stone. However, Quill is not the only one after the orb. Ronan the Accuser, Lee Pace, a radical Kree zealot, seeks it for himself to destroy the planet Xandar and its people. Ronan's ally, Thanos, Josh Brolin, is also interested in the orb, intending to use its power for his own purposes. Ronan sends Gamora, Zoe Saldana, Thanos' adopted daughter, to retrieve the orb from Quill. After acquiring the orb, Quill heads to the planet Xandar to sell it but is intercepted by Gamora. In the chaos that ensues, they are both apprehended by the Nova Corps along with Rocket Raccoon, voiced by Bradley Cooper, a genetically modified raccoon bounty hunter, and his companion, a tree-like creature named Groot, voiced by Vin Diesel. The four of them are sent to the intergalactic prison known as Kiln, where they meet Drax the Destroyer, Dave Bautista, a warrior with a personal vendetta against Ronan for killing his family. In prison, the group forms a reluctant alliance. Gamora reveals that she is betraying Ronan, as she wants to sell the orb to a third party, the Collector, Tanalir Tivan, played by Benicio del Toro, to prevent Ronan from getting his hands on it. Drax, motivated by revenge, joins them in the hope of encountering Ronan. Rocket devises a plan to escape the prison, and the five characters become an oddball team bound together by their circumstances. The group escapes Kiln and heads to Nowhere, a lawless outpost built inside the severed head of a Celestial. They meet the Collector, who reveals that the orb contains an Infinity Stone, an object of immense power capable of destroying entire planets. However, one of the Collector's servants touches the stone, causing an explosion that devastates his collection. Realizing the orb's danger, the group debates what to do with it. At the same time, Ronan, with the help of Nebula, Karen Gillan, Gamora's estranged sister, tracks him down. In the ensuing battle, Ronan steals the orb and decides to betray Thanos. Intending to use the Power Stone for himself to destroy Xandar, Quill contacts Yondu and makes a deal to stop Ronan, in exchange for delivering the orb to the Ravagers. The Guardians devise a plan to stop Ronan before he reaches Xandar. In a climactic battle, they infiltrate Ronan's ship, the Dark Aster, and, after a fierce fight, manage to retrieve the Infinity Stone. Quill, Gamora, Drax, Rocket, and Groot combine their strength to contain its power, with Groot sacrificing himself to protect his friends in the final battle. With their combined willpower, the team manages to control the Infinity Stone long enough to destroy Ronan. The film ends with the Guardians giving the Power Stone to the Nova Corps for safekeeping. Yondu, though frustrated with Quill for not giving him the orb, expresses pride in him and lets him go, though not without warning of consequences if they meet again. Quill finally opens a small gift from his mother, which contains a second mixtape of her favorite songs. With a new sense of purpose and a found family, Quill and his newfound friends, Gamora, Drax, Rocket, and a sapling version of Groot, decide to call themselves the Guardians of the Galaxy. In the post-credits scene, the Collector sits in the wreckage of his museum, and Howard the Duck, voiced by Seth Green, makes a humorous appearance. Characters: Peter Quill, Star-Lord, Chris Pratt. The heart of the team, Peter is a charming, adventurous, and slightly immature rogue with a tragic past. Raised by the Ravagers, he's a human out of place in the vastness of space. Pratt's portrayal of Quill is a mix of humor and heroism, and his character growth throughout the film, from a selfish outlaw to a selfless leader, drives much of the story. Gamora, Zoe Saldana. The adopted daughter of Thanos, Gamora is a skilled warrior seeking redemption for the crimes she committed under her father's influence. She joins the Guardians to stop Ronan. Knowing the destructive potential of the orb, Saldana brings a sense of stoicism and emotional depth to Gamora, whose inner conflict makes her one of the more complex characters. Rocket Raccoon, Bradley Cooper, a genetically modified raccoon with a knack for weapons and technology, Rocket is the film's primary comic relief, though his backstory hints at darker, more tragic origins. Cooper's voice work brings both humor and pathos to the character, making Rocket more than just a snarky sidekick. Groot, Vin Diesel. A tree-like creature whose vocabulary is limited to the phrase, "I am Groot." Groot is Rocket's loyal friend and protector. Despite his limited speech, Groot's actions convey a deep sense of compassion, culminating in his heartbreaking sacrifice to save his friends. Diesel's voice acting, combined with excellent CGI, makes Groot a standout character. Drax the Destroyer, Dave Bautista. Drax is a warrior who seeks revenge against Ronan for the murder of his family. His literal interpretation of language provides comedic moments, but his quest for vengeance adds a more serious layer to his character. Bautista's performance blends humor, tragedy, and raw physicality. Ronan the Accuser, Lee Pace. Ronan is the film's primary antagonist, a Kree zealot bent on destroying Xandar. While not as complex as some MCU villains, his imposing presence and determination to wield the Power Stone make him a formidable threat. His alliance with Thanos hints at the larger cosmic storyline within the MCU. Yondu Udonta, Michael Rooker. Yondu is the leader of the Ravagers and Quill's surrogate father figure. Though initially portrayed as an antagonist, Yondu's connection to Peter and his protective nature reveal a more nuanced character. Rooker's portrayal of Yondu adds depth to what could have been a one-dimensional space pirate. Themes. Found family. At its core, Guardians of the Galaxy is about a group of misfits who come together to form a family. Each character has experienced loss or trauma, and throughout the film, they learn to trust and rely on each other. The theme of found family is central to the Guardians' bond, especially in the context of their troubled pasts. Redemption. Many of the characters, particularly Gamora, Rocket, and Drax, are seeking redemption for past actions. Their decision to fight against Ronan is not just about saving the galaxy but about making amends and finding a new sense of purpose. Sacrifice. Groot's sacrifice during the climactic battle is a powerful moment in the film, demonstrating the lengths the Guardians will go to protect one another. It highlights the theme of selflessness that runs through the movie, as the characters evolve from selfish individuals to a cohesive team. Identity and belonging. Peter Quill's journey is one of self-discovery. Having been taken from Earth at a young age, he grapples with his identity throughout the film. By the end, he finds a sense of belonging with the Guardians, embracing his role as their leader. Friendship and loyalty. The Guardians' relationships are built on mutual trust and loyalty. Despite their differences, they come to care deeply for one another, and their camaraderie becomes the emotional core of the film. Production and visual effects. Direction by James Gunn. Gunn's direction is key to the film's success. He balances humor, action, and emotion in a way that makes the film both entertaining and heartfelt. His offbeat sense of humor, combined with a genuine affection for the characters, gives the movie its unique tone. Visual style and CGI. The film is visually stunning, with its vibrant color palette and imaginative world building. From the ruins of Morag to the neon-lit streets of Nowhere, the film creates a visually diverse and immersive galaxy. The CGI work, especially for characters like Rocket and Groot, is exceptional, blending seamlessly with the live-action performances. Soundtrack. One of the film's most iconic elements is its soundtrack, Awesome Mix Volume 1. Featuring classic hits from the 1970s and 1980s. The music is deeply tied to Peter Quill's character and his connection to Earth. Songs like Hooked on a Feeling and Come and Get Your Love not only enhance the film's retro vibe but also serve as emotional anchors for key moments. Reception and impact. Guardians of the Galaxy was a critical and commercial success, praised for its humor, character dynamics, and visual effects. The film grossed over $773 million worldwide, making it one of the highest-grossing films of 2014. Critics lauded its fresh tone, likable characters, and inventive storytelling. It was a breakout role for Chris Pratt, who became a household name following the film's release. The success of Guardians also proved that Marvel could take risks with lesser-known properties and still find widespread success. It expanded the MCU's cosmic side, laying the groundwork for future films like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and Avengers: Infinity War. Legacy. Guardians of the Galaxy has left a lasting impact on the MCU and popular culture. The film's irreverent humor, nostalgic soundtrack, and colorful visual style have made it a fan favorite. It also introduced a new kind of superhero team, one that was more flawed, more human, and more relatable than the traditional Avengers or X-Men. The film's success paved the way for more unconventional superhero movies and demonstrated that the MCU could thrive outside of Earth-based narratives. The Guardians themselves have become beloved characters, and their journey continues to play a pivotal role in the larger MCU storyline. Conclusion. Guardians of the Galaxy is a triumph of imagination, humor, and heart. With its eclectic cast of characters, vibrant world building, and unforgettable soundtrack, the film stands as one of the MCU's most unique and beloved entries. It redefined what a superhero movie could be, proving that even a ragtag group of misfits can save the galaxy, while having a lot of fun along the way.